What is going on, everybody? Sam Dog, the infamous 253, coming at you guys from back home. Just got back from the game. So the Seahawks beat a team that they were supposed to beat. They killed the Jacksonville Jaguars by the final score of 31-7 at Lumen Field, giving the Seahawks their first home win of the season and making it 3-5 on the season. Dallas, how you doing?
I'm doing good. It's finally nice to stop the bleeding a little bit after our first three-game losing streak since 2011 and have just a little bit of momentum going into the bye.
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, but let's be real. We did put ourselves in this hole, and it's not going to be easy. Granted, we have to take on Green Bay and Lambeau Field, and they'll most likely have Devontae Adams and Alan Lazard back coming off of the COVID reserve. And that Green Bay team did just beat the Arizona Cardinals on Thursday Night Football, allowing the 72 Dolphins to pop the cork once again, with the champagne being the only undefeated team. But yeah, this game, it just feels good to get a win. And like we said, with the hole we put ourselves in, we just got to enjoy the wins we get. And, you know, for whatever happens the rest of the way of the season, it is what it is. You know, playoffs or not, you know, because we put ourselves in this hole to begin with. But other than that, I thought the defense, let's talk about some highs of the game. I thought Carlos Dunlap played a pretty good game, batting away most of Trevor Lawrence's passes. He really got after it today on Trevor Lawrence, and he had a lot of. How many bats did freaking Carlos Dunlap have in this game?
Seemed like he had a few on defense.
Yeah, and then I think and then Ryan Neal when the Jags were driving down on their first possession. Ryan Neal with that on that safety blitz, getting that key sack was huge too, forcing them to punt. And then we go downfield, and I thought for sure Tyler had the touchdown, but then they freaking marked him short, and then we looked like we were going to get stuffed with Alex Collins, and I don't get why we were running it like that with Rashad Penny. And then Geno Smith does the Drew Brees, jump over the top and sticks the ball over the plane on 4th and goal to get us the first points of the day with that touchdown. That was a pretty gutsy move to go for, to put faith in Geno like that on 4th and goal. And him and to call a quarterback sneak like that, and he did the Drew Brees jump over the top, stick the ball over for the touchdown.
Yeah.
And then DK Metcalf had a pretty good game, 2 touchdowns. He burned Shaquille Griffin. I still question Jacksonville for paying Shaquille
Griffin, yeah.
Paying $40 million for Shaquille Griffin. Was that really worth $40 million?
No, and also Quandre Diggs getting the interception to set up the first Metcalf touchdown was big.
Yeah, Diggs. I mean that was too weak. That was a gift. Lawrence gave us a gift on that one after
we rattled Trevor Lawrence today.
Yeah, I would say we rattled him pretty good. Darrell Taylor was getting after him pretty good. It was good to see him back on the field after that injury he had in Pittsburgh. Thankfully, he was able to get back and play today, and I really like what I saw from Alex Collins. And you did mention that Chris Carson was going to be out for the year.
Yeah, he might be out for the year, I heard.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the guy he's missed games every year too. But back to this one at hand, I thought, I'll tell you what, one of my plays of the day I would say was the trick play where Geno flipped it out to DJ Dallas, and DJ Dallas flipped it back to Geno, and Geno hit Tyler Lockett on that play. That was a pretty sick play.
That set up the second Metcalf touchdown.
Yep, twice I got to do the Metcalf.
Lockett had a really good game today too.
Yeah, Lockett did have a good game, and then later on during that game, I wanted to pitch the shutout, but it was unfortunate. It was unfortunate.
Been our first shutout since Week 3, 2015 against the Bears.
Oh yeah, because we shut them out 26-0.
Yeah, I think it was 26-0.
I remember that game too when Jimmy Clausen was their quarterback. And then shit, man. What else I gotta think about?
Which was kind of cool to see Travis Homer take the onside kick recovery.
Oh yeah, that I was getting ready to head on out after that one because we had the game in hand. But I thought I'd stay for like the final seconds, and then they called the timeout before the onside kick. Then they kicked it, and Travis Homer took it, and immediately I was like, house call.
Yeah, and also the defense stopping the Jaguars 3 times on 4th down, which was huge.
Yeah, I did think I cannot believe they freaking. I mean, who held on the one 4th down? Amadi held.
In the fourth quarter.
I was looking at that one. I didn't think I saw a hold on that one. It was like, what? Because we had a sack on that play to basically turn over on downs, and yet we still turned them over on downs later on again, too.
Well, we can at least say that this was a complete game we played.
Yeah, and probably the only win that Geno Smith will have as our starting quarterback, depending on if we get Russell Wilson back for Week 10 against the Green Bay Packers, which hopefully, if it's still pointing that way, I hope that's the case. Granted that we haven't won in Lambeau Field since 1999, and that losing streak maybe will still continue because the Packers will have Devontae Adams and freaking Alan Lazard back, but no Robert Tonyan because Tonyan tore his ACL in Arizona Thursday night. But it just feels good to get a win. Like we said, just enjoy the wins we get this season. Granted, we already put ourselves in the hole that we are in right now, but I'm just going to sit back, enjoy the win, going into the bye week at 3-5. So, Red Zone reactions for Week 9 coming up. Game picks coming up Tuesday. Dallas, thank you for doing this with me once again.
Yep, it feels nice just to stop the bleeding for a little bit.
Yeah, man.
This would have been a disaster if we had lost to the Jaguars, which I knew we weren't going to lose.
Oh, yeah.
The Jaguars. I'm glad we proved those few analysts wrong.
Yeah, you want to tell them to hold the L?
Yeah, I want to tell Colin Cowherd and Bill Cowher to hold the L. Don't pick against us when we were playing frickin' Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Even with Geno.
Exactly. Even with Geno, we beat a team we were supposed to beat. This just shows how
convincingly, which they needed.
Yeah,
this needed to be a convincing win, not a win where we barely squeaked by.
And it just continues to show just how abysmal Jacksonville is, and that Urban Meyer is not the right choice.
One and done.
What?
I think Urban Meyer is going to be one and done. He continues to prove that he's not worthy of coaching in the NFL.
Yeah, just like Chip Kelly. With San Francisco, just like Chip Kelly's 1 year with San Francisco, one and done, and just like Jim Tom Sula.
Yep.
Yeah, Urban Meyer's one and done, just like you mentioned.
At least I think he's going to be.
I agree with you. All right, give me all your thoughts down in the comments. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. Seahawks killed the Jacksonville Jaguars 31-7. Granted, we're still in the hole, but we're just going to enjoy the wins we get this season, and catch y'all on Tuesday when we do our game picks. If you ain't with it, you ain't infamous. And as always, go Seahawks.